Royalty Beauty Brands is a female, Black-owned beauty company with all of your cosmetic needs in mind. Right now, we offer hair extensions, eyelash extensions, and our flagship product, Yumbella Lip Glam. Coming soon to add to our product line will be promo merchandise, lip oil, lip scrub, beard oil, body butter, body soap, and makeup, to name a few. Every product is vegan friendly and carefully made with the consumer in mind. Check out our Royalty Beauty Brand social media and go to our website to sign up for our exclusive mailing list for discount codes and to place an order. Don't forget to leave us some feedback. Royalty Beauty Brands. We see the beauty in you.
Hey y'all, I am having a rough start today, but we're about to get this radio show started. Thank you for those that are on Instagram and those that are on YouTube. Give me a second, because since I'm in the studio, I have to run it like a real radio show. So I thank y'all that's out there, WindyCityUnderground.com to Instagram. It's going to get interesting if y'all stay with me today.
I ain't like the rest. I want my own identity. I want to be myself. So I walk with a pep in my step.
How long is this song?
I gotta keep moving forward. No looking back.
Or things up.
These haters try to break me.
I'm going to figure it out.
So can't nothing break me. Watch me work. And I'ma prove the world is capable. Stable. Show them that I'm able. Responsibility. They take a key on my back. What you mean about that? Like my boogie goes back.
No, it's not that long. 1 minute left. Hey y'all, what you talking about? We talking about salty dick. I need y'all to, in the meantime you're waiting, I need you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it, all that, give me a little promotion, all that, so we can get some people in here so I can work on my monetization and all of that. I hope y'all can see me good because I'm not on the same Wi-Fi. Hey, I love when Carolina can come in the building. Everybody, let me know if you can't hear me or something like that so I can get on the ball. I haven't been in the studio. I'm getting kind of rusty here. I got to do this better. I ain't even bring my cool beverage. Somebody go get me one. Welcome to House of the Princess here on Windy City Underground, your music, your station. Thank you for tuning in with me today. It's St. Patrick's Day, so to all of the Irish people, I want to send you a shout out. I'm Black, so this is really not my holiday, but hey, y'all that like to celebrate with them, go drinking, wear your green. I know it's a lot of people's birthday today. Have fun. It's my little brother's birthday today. He's turning 40. So as soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna shoot out of here and we're gonna have us some good fiddles. Shout out to Aubrey, wherever you can see me. You probably see me on Instagram. And it'll be shared on Twitter, whatever. Again, people that are out there on YouTube land, even if you're out there on WindyCityUnderground.com on Facebook, follow my page, House of the Princess on YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications because you never know where I'm going to pop up. And lately it's been seeming kind of hectic and God is so good. It's some new stuff that's coming up, new opportunities. I know y'all miss me. I know I got to do some more story time lives. I'm working on it. I just want to make sure that we do something that's good. Plus this week has been hectic. I'm a mom, a few other things. And I've been trying to live this rock star lifestyle this week. And I'm old and I can't be doing it. You know, people want you to drop it like it's hot and I have to let it down like it's warm. So it's two different things. But anywho, it'll be okay. I've been out here hustling, trying to make moves. So I was up till 4:00 in the morning. So I already had reined in the St. Patrick's Day, if that's what you want to say. This is one of your multiple streams of income. Congrats. Thank you. Almost, but this is like my internship before I finally found out what's going to happen. But I do know that there's some things in the works. As soon as I leave up out of here, I'm going to sneak around the corner and see what they're talking about. But I've been patient. I do my due diligence because not only God sees me, but y'all see me and people see me. And so whenever it's my time to get what I got to get, it's coming. But I enjoy talking to y'all. I enjoy doing this. And in the meantime, before I get into my little love speech, whatever you got to do to get where you got to get to follow your dreams, make time for it. Make time for it, okay? You can do it no matter how old you are, no matter how broke you are. See if you could just take little steps in order to get to the big steps, because baby, my steps are going to be big, and I'm going to be a big stepper. Now, we all know, now this is my radio show. I'm going to probably take 1 or 2 callers today. You cannot curse on this show. This is FCC regulated. This is Illinois Media School, okay? We cannot cuss. It's only certain words that we can say, and they let me get away with a couple of words, but other than that, don't get me in trouble, y'all, okay? So we're going to say we're talking about Salty D. And I know somebody in the chat was like, well, does it taste like salt? You know, you've probably, tasted one that did taste like salt, maybe because he just came from the gym or something like that. But no, it's not. We're not talking the after dark talk. We're talking more traditional, more common. And I forgot to put on my lipstick. Let me put on some of this Young Bella I just advertised to y'all. Come on, Miss Mabel King in the building. We got people from all walks of life watching all the way to the UK. Shout out. I see 2 of y'all watching from the UK. Shouts out. And actually, I'm talking about y'all down in the UK. This story today, we're going to talk about Piers Morgan and his salty penis, but how it affects all of us in America. How you mean? Salty penis. Okay, so we saw the story about Piers. Well, first of all, let me go back. I'm going too fast. Last week, not this Sunday, but the Sunday before, Oprah did the story with Meghan Markle and Harry, Prince Harry, if you watched. And they told the story about, how they've been dealing with life in the palace and her turning into a princess and then a duchess and what have you. It's been tumultuous for them, but I'm not going to go into that part. What we're going to talk about is media and our places in the media and how we are affected by it. This affects us all in the UK and in the United States. But it's definitely about Piers Morgan. And this man is allegedly supposed to have been married since 2010. So what had happened was, Mabel King said, I bet he's salty in both ways. He's sticking it to the world, honey. Yes. So he went on a years long tirade to hurt Meghan Markle. Okay. And I did not know until all of this came out exactly, Mabel, that he was mad because he didn't get no coochie from Meghan Markle. Okay. Now, many of us women have been through this when men not only lie on their penis, but also get mad because they ain't get none of your coochie and they will lie on your coochie. So that is what we call the salty D. Okay, so now he is going to be the poster child for some salty D. Now, when I open up these phone lines, I want you to give me, now I got to limit because it's only an hour show. You got to give me like 3-4 minutes of your salty D stories, okay? So what had happened was, for those who don't know, she saw him in a bit, but we're going to talk about that. They started talking on the internet. They followed each other on the internet, and that's cool. You talk or whatever. Hey, Miss Sweet Lady Eats. And they were talking and doing their back and forth. And then so he said, well, let's kick it when you come to the UK or whatever and go out for some drinks. So yeah, she went out for some drinks. Personally, I think that he was a little bit out of her league, okay? And he's old, but sometimes younger women like older guys. No shade, no hate. It is what it is. They went out and had some drinks, and I guess maybe he thought that they were having a good time. And I wanted y'all to chime in. Sometimes, ladies, I haven't gone out on many dates, unfortunately, as old as I am, but it just is what it is. But some guys are nice guys. Some guys are just cool to hang out with. And you don't really know until you go out on that date or you spend some time around them. Okay. And then you realize, hey, I don't like you like that. You just cool, And I think that night she went out with him and she was like, hey, I may not like you like that, and you old and dry. You know what I'm saying? The type of man that you tell you're ugly when you don't entertain. Yes, this is what we're talking about because he has a bad attitude. Okay, he sits up there, and I guess he had a nicer time than what she did, and I will give him his kudos. He was a gentleman, but he's a little Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I think he's hiding his vagina under there because he's real soft. He's a real BAN in my opinion. So he says on the Late Late Show, and I can play it if you want me to. He put her in a cab, and come to find out, the cab that he put her in was taking her to a party with Prince Harry was there. Okay. And that's where she met Prince Harry, and the rest is history. Now, Keys, let's take this. I got a good. I need some receipts on that. She was going to a party afterwards, and she didn't invite peers. So you know what that shake 'em and bake 'em, what they say, shake a bone. Okay, she decided to shake a bone. She realized, well, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm not feeling you, because I think if she was really feeling him, that one, she would have either continued the date or say, well, yeah, maybe I'll see you at another time. Or she would have invited him to the party. So it was obvious that she was not feeling him like that. So she decided to shake a bone. Look, I'm going to be with some people that's my age. I'm going to drop it like it's hot, because she was young enough to drop it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? She's going to drop it like it's hot and leave his little salty behind there. And I guess she kind of called herself letting him down easy, but he did not take it well. And too often that you try to be nice to these people out here in these streets, these so-called men, but males, you be nice to them and they have a problem with you. They want to abuse you. How many times have you been on the street and it could be just as simple as, hey, hey, beautiful, good morning, beautiful. You know how they do that, where you walk it to or whatever. And then you say, oh, can I come with you? No, thank you, sir. Why can't I get your number? No, thank you, sir. That's why you're a biatch then. You're F-U then. You stuck up. We as women have been dealing with this since childhood. At least I have. Okay. And I can almost bet on at least 95% of women have went through a situation like that or similar to that, which has been offensive to them. Sharon O may act like she didn't know that she was black, and he did, but the melanin girl is curious. Oh yeah, he knew she was black. Yeah, he curses out everybody, to be honest, because he has a problem. He has an anger problem, and he has a BAM problem. Queen Cascade says Morgan loves to throw his toys out the pram when he don't get his own way. He's been having a tantrum over Megan since she dumped him. He got a wife, but he's still salty, like to see. And I have a problem with that. Man, you got a whole wife, you got a whole family at home, but you mad about what this girl doing with her vagina, okay? Maybe she knew he was married, and she had no intentions of going that far with him, but she did anyway. You're like, let's go have some drinks. That's why they met out in public, okay? Okay. and didn't plan on going any further. But he just, he goes too far. So I want you to get y'all stories together. Look, I need a second to get this daggone receipt together so y'all can hear what he said. And I might need to run and get me something to drink, okay? So give me a hot second. In the meantime, again, I need you to press like on this video, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. We're going to be right back.
I have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
Megan said, not for sale, sir.
It doesn't matter who you are.
You think you're too nice? Yes, far too nice for you. Oh, wow. We're going to talk about it. Hey, y'all in Instagram land. I don't know. Y'all could actually... I will let y'all go on three-way and send requests also on Instagram if you have something to say. I'm going to let everybody say their little 2-piece and a biscuit. Let me look. Here, I am parched. I'm glad I don't get drunk, because if I really did, I was at the bar, I would be in trouble. I forget, like, this thing is not recording me. Look, y'all, do I have $1? Y'all don't let the other people leave. Tell them that I am going to get me a cool beverage. Like, I'm literally going to run because I love my water. Matter of fact, let me put this on auto DJ so that I don't F up. I'm gonna put the invitation up. Thank you. And it's bothering me right now. I don't know if something about it's not all the way right. I will be right back in 2 seconds before the end of the song is over. Hey, y'all.
I wish I was a Martin King of mathematics. I was proud that I know what you stand for, what you stand for. I will teach, I will preach, I will raise the best, cause that's what a power couple does. I go down, you will lie in front of the judge. Come up, you will get all of the love. Love it together, we build this. You're gonna stop right now. Gonna come and let you away. Even if I was a fail, you know I get them all. I'm confused and sometimes delusional. Truly I believe love is gonna be good. Oh, rising up, I mean I don't think that wrong, you know, you could get to my house and tell me you're done. Like a champion, like a champion. I am a champion. And I can didn't get the SP when I was nominated. From the hall, from the hall, lady, stop, lady. You know what I'm saying, girl? Promise you, if it's about you, I won't give up. I'll fight for you to the end. I do the best that I can. So baby, listen to me, I will say it again. It's gonna run like a light. Oh, now is the life is more. Or faster, or strong enough. You could get to my house. Tell me you're done. So much I am a champion. The reason I'm out here at the Illinois Media School is the radio business, while there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of stations, the people in the business is a small, tight-knit group, and I really enjoy the opportunity of being able to give back.
Really made she was at
the experiences I have.
Shay's in the building.
The students as well. My name is Justin Rhodes. I'm the executive.
Jay, I got something for you.
670 School, IM, IMS. When it comes to sports, Chicago craves a winner. At IMS, we crave creativity. My name is Sam Panayottovich. I'm an instructor in the Sports Emphasis program here at the Lombard campus, and I've been so impressed with the way our students attack their work. From TV reels to radio shows, play-by-play, our students are constantly challenged to create. It's a hands-on class focused around getting reps and experience. With a group of students that are willing to learn and improve, the product keeps getting better and better. I'm Sam Panayottovich, and I am IMS.
Welcome back to House of the Princess Radio. This is me, Princess AV. We're here on WindyCityUnderground.com, your music, your station. And we're right in the thick of a conversation called Salty D. Ick. So, and that's just exactly what I think of when I think of this man's penis. We're talking about how men, especially we're using Piers Morgan as an example, how they get rejected following an encounter, and then they want to degrade you. And in this case, he's done Meghan Markle. But every woman in the world can attest to being abused. And gentlemen, well, you're savages, actually, in my book, but men or males, this is wrong, and it is a form of abuse. I just want you to know that, okay? It's a form of abuse when it comes to women. So when you get rejected, if you are a real dude, you need to just take it in stride, just keep it moving, because baby, I'm not for you, okay? I had to switch it to Instagram so I could talk crazy. Well, actually, you could have talked crazy on the YouTube and the Facebook. It's just the Windy City Underground. You can't talk crazy on. You can't cuss on camera. I'm going to read a comment from Queen Cascade, and she is definitely in the UK. And I know it's nighttime there right now. She says, unfortunately, here in the UK, in those circles that Morgan runs in and the royal family, Black people are the help. They might sleep with us, but they're not supposed to marry us. Sad but true fact. And people tend to think that because the person will have sex with you, if you're Black, it makes them non-racist. No, it doesn't. You still racist. Okay. Our slave masters had sex with us. Okay. They fantasized about us. Okay. That don't mean they wasn't racist. They was racist. And it's unfortunately, Just Me C says, unfortunately, you can't talk. Got to keep family. Well, yeah, it's some BS. Okay. Now I'm going to play the caption. Let me move this microphone here. You're gonna have to take it till I make it here. We're gonna thug it out because I didn't plug the computer into it. But I hope that you guys can hear it. I'm gonna turn all these microphones on so you can hear it real good as best as I can. And this is a caption of Piers Morgan when he was on the Late Show talking about his pseudo date with Ms. Markle. So here we go. And this is courtesy of Twitter. It's on the Late Show, but I got it off of somebody's Twitter page that is on the Insider. So let me give y'all credit.
2 hours in the pub, she had a couple of dirty martinis.
Oh, wait, I meant to share the screen. I'm sorry. For my people out there in StreamYard. Here you go. There, let's start over. Let's start over so that y'all can see it clearly.
2 hours in the pub, she had a couple of dirty martinis and a couple of pints. We got on brilliantly. And then I put her in a cab, and it turned out to be a cab that took her to a party where she met Prince Harry. And then the next night, they had a solo dinner together. And that was the last I ever heard from Meghan Markle. And I have never heard from her again.
So what happened?
She ghosted me, Ryan. Meghan Markle ghosted me.
Did she? Do you think she just went, gone?
I'm afraid. Look, I really liked it. This is why it hurts. No, 2 hours.
Okay, y'all let me know if I need to play it again, if you didn't hear it or something like that. But, he told the truth and he laughed. And that uneasy laugh was a telltale sign that he was salty. He's got that salty D, okay? That he was ashamed of himself. And I'm gonna tell you, some men, they get mad if they spend $5 or $10 on you, a McDonald's meal. Like, how much did a couple of drinks cost? Yeah, y'all can't see. You want me to see? I'll share it with y'all. Oh, the Instagram family saying they can't see. You're mad because you spent a couple of drinks, and Meghan Markle had her own money. You know, what is it to do to a boss that you trying to do something? You didn't do nothing magnificent for me to make me change my mind on that. And he did that uncomfortable laugh because he was embarrassed, but he put himself in harm's way. He didn't have to tell that story, but he just wanted some little bit of clout, as y'all like to say. He wanted some not like I could have pulled Meghan Markle, but the only man that could outdo me was the Prince of England. You know, come on, fam. You just wasn't her type. Keep it moving. Lots of men, you are not our type. So we keep it moving. You have to learn to move on without being abusive to women. Okay, it's abusive, and he did the ultimate form of abuse. If I was that guy, you know, I'd be trying to offer him or something like that. Morgan's like a dog with a bone. Megan's claim to fame. Yes, you know, that made him more palatable. You know, he used her, and it makes me think of other people out here in these YouTube streets when they use other people for stories and to make themselves feel popular or make themselves feel better on the backs of somebody else. And this is exactly what he did. And I'm not saying he wasn't famous before. I do acknowledge that he was famous before, but you cannot say that this story did not catapult him and give him some level of increase from what he once was. We know you was on America's Got Talent or UK's Got Talent, sir. He thought the dirty martini meant she was going to get dirty with him. Yeah, you know, he probably was trying to get her drunk and thought he was going to sit there and get drunk. And he's sitting up there looking at this little black girl, thinking like, oh, she's so fine. She's so fine, you know. I'm going to give me a piece of that. He really thought he was courting her, and he was salty. Sir, ma'am, sir. And let me be clear about dating. Because you take someone out on a date or you go out on a date with somebody, y'all do not go together. So if I go out on a date with you, or I spend some time with you, or I talk to you for a few minutes, that don't mean we go together. That don't mean I owe you any allegiance, okay? If we don't say we going together like that, then that's it. I just went out on a date with you. So she had every right to leave and go talk with Harry. And he could have had every right to go find him another woman, okay? But he didn't. And he thought that he had one. And that's okay. But yet again, you have a wife, sir. A lot of you men out here is dirty like that. Y'all have wives and you sit up here mad because you didn't get some coochie from somebody else. Come on now. Quit playing. Everything after that has been rage, embarrassment, and we really wouldn't have known because you outed yourself. Yes, you outed yourself. So I'm wondering, what did the wife think? Y'all in the UK, is he still married? Was he still married at the time? Because the source said that he was married since 2010. And so this makes the extra layer of icing on the cake for me. And there was a comment I wanted to go back. Oh, here we go. He fought with Omarosa as well and lied on her for JJ. Can somebody give me the receipts on that? Because I don't have time to look. He lied on her coochie too. Again, these are BANs. I don't care what color you are, you still a BAN. When you lie on your penis and when you lie on a girl's vagina. We have been victims of misogyny for so many years. And it's been okay. And in the 90s, that culture, the R culture, the sexual assault culture was common. As a young girl, I was a virgin and somebody lied on their penis on me. And it was a mess. But everybody believes that. And so now he had the platform to manipulate everything. And he used it because he had he gives me LD energy, okay? He does. He don't give me that BDE. He gives me that LDE, okay? We got our first caller here from the UK.
Hey, I had to come on before I get to my bed.
Hi, Carolina.
Hey. Well, me and my friend was discussing peers the other day in relation to peers. And one of my male friends, he decided that his name's not Piers anymore. His name's Big PP, is in lady parts, Jamaican slang, pum pum. And that's the name we're going to go with for Piers, because that's what he's acting like. He's acting like a hurt person. Like, clearly, I think the way he's reacted to the whole Meghan situation is wrong. He's disrespected her. But in the beginning, she came over and built a friendship with him. So there's more to that story. So they did go on that little drink and whatever, but she reached out to him because he was a fan and built a friendship with him. When she became involved with the prince, she needed to distance herself from him because the man's just toxic anyway. He cusses out everybody all the time. So she had to distance herself from that media environment. And she has every right to do so. As a woman, you have every right to distance yourself from somebody if you're not feeling it or if their intentions aren't aligned with what your intentions are. So she has every right to do that. But the way he's acted, it just reminds me of little street rats on the corners that standing that, I've seen it. When I used to
like a little boy.
Yeah, and it's not a race issue because it's a female issue. Men feel that they're entitled to your body. So there's this whole consent issue that needs to be addressed within our communities. But it's like, when you're a teenager and even as a big grown woman, you walk down the street and you've got a man standing on a corner or hollering out the passenger seat of his friend's car, shouting, pss, 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 expecting you to come running. And when you turn around and you say you're not interested, or you keep walking, or they ask you for your number and you say no, they want to turn around and say, it's, you're ugly anyway, I didn't like it anyway, or you think you're too nice. And it's like, yes, I am too nice to be catcalled in the street. And just because you're attracted to me doesn't mean that I have to entertain you. And a woman has every right to say no. And a real man will accept that that's a no and keep it moving and either be friends or just keep it moving altogether. But men, there's an issue where men feel that they are entitled to a woman's body. Like if you go out for a drink with them, then they're expecting sex. If you are friends with a guy, it's, half of your male friends that you've got are genuine male friends and the other half of them are just trying to screw with you, basically. There's always that intention there, and that's where the problem lies. So he represents the male population in terms of not all men, I'm not saying that all men are like that, but that culture within male community about that if a woman does a certain thing, or if a woman kisses you, then that means she's going to have sex with you. If a woman has sex with you one time, that means you're entitled to just
continue to have sex. No, maybe your penis was bad. Maybe I just, was lonely that night. Whatever. I don't want to come back, sir.
Yeah, it might have been a one-time thing, and I might don't mean I'm going to regret, but it might just mean that I just wanted to F one that one night, and I don't want it again. But that doesn't entitle a man to then expect that I'm going to do it with you all the time, or expect to just take something that I've not consented to, or go out and lie on their D, lie on my vagina, or tell everyone, that a guy could be sleeping with you for a whole year. And then when you don't want entertainment anymore, he's telling all of his friends sitting down, telling like,
your cat stink.
And well, it weren't stinking when your head was in there. It weren't stinking for the whole year that your head was in there. Your head was in my front. So how comes all of a sudden now I don't want to give it you no more? You want to tell people say it stinks? It don't make no sense.
It's common, and that's my thing. It's too many of you guys and men. Just like we all know a whore, in our circle. Men, y'all know a punk in your circle at one point or another. Y'all need to admonish other men. Please do not have these tendencies, okay? You do not have autonomy over anyone's body. And if we don't go together, if we're not married, if we don't have a talk and say that we're dating exclusively, I don't owe you anything. It is okay for men to have a wife, a mistress, and a girlfriend, in the words of 2 Chainz, but a woman cannot date multiple people. She went on a date, even if you want to call it a date, because they said they was friends, okay?
Yeah.
They did not go together. So he missed his beat. He didn't have a chance. I think she was out of his league anyway, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you do this, and then you mad because it doesn't turn out like you was supposed. It wasn't for you. That wasn't your destiny. Sometimes we try to push ourselves on people and vice versa, and those aren't even the people that we're supposed to be with at the end of the day.
Precisely. And some of these men as well, you know, like Piers Morgan, for example, men in his circle. So there is a difference between, you know, you see it even like on the streets and in your own little, you know, I live in the ghetto in England, like I live in a rough area. And even in our streets, you've got men that physically you wouldn't even look upon him. Like you would walk past this man in the street and you wouldn't even bat an eyelid to him. But because he's some big gangster and he's got gold chains and he's got money and he's got 5 cars, women are throwing themselves at him. So then he then believes that then women, because he's got money and status, it doesn't matter what it looks like, everyone's going to be, you know, women are going to entertain in that way. So I think also in terms of addressing men, us as females need to address how we behave as well. Because if there's loads of us that are giving these men a pass, and you know, in I've seen it. I've got brothers. Yeah, one of my brothers, he is a dog, but when I say he's a dog, he's like a respectful dog. He treats them all nice, and they all know where they stand. But he'll have 5 women on the go, and they all know that none of them ain't the main chick. But yet, as women, they're competing over him, and it's like a competition to see which one can stay with him, which one can get this, which one can get that. And I've seen it where we've gone out to a club and 2 girls are fighting over my brother. My brother's at home with another woman, but they're in the club fighting over him, knowing that he's not there. And it's like a competition. So at the same time as we want to address men, we have to address our own behavior as well. Because if we're competing over a man, the man is not the prize. Do you know what I mean? Those men are not trophies or prizes that you need to compete with another woman over. So if we're competing over one man between the 3 of us, then he feels that he's special, and therefore he's going to treat every woman like he's entitled to, that you automatically want to be with him because of his mixed up status in his head that we've also added, not created, but added to by competing over this wasteless man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's because we settle, because we think that we ain't gonna find nobody, or he treats me nice during this time or that time or whatever. So, you know, if he might, you know, you might not want to see your brother that way, but if he got that many women, he probably laying some good pipe down there in the line. So, you know.
Listen, my brother's a dog and I tell him all the time, but at the end of the day, he ain't going to listen to me. He's going to do what he's doing. But it doesn't mean I agree with it. And whether he's my brother or not, you know, when my friends or people that I know, or one of the girlfriends I book up with want to tell me about my brother's this, that, and the other, I just say to them straight, just leave him, because he ain't no good. He ain't going to put a ring on your finger. He ain't going to settle down with you. He's not going to change. I just tell them straight. I don't back him up or support his behavior. I say it as it is. That's my brother and I love him, but he's a dog. And he needs to change his behavior, but at the same time, these women need to stop competing over him because he's not a trophy. He's not worth it.
When he come on Thanksgiving dinner, they looking to see which one is going to bring him
get invited. But listen, you know, the joke about it is none of them don't get invited, you know, because even though they're competing for that, he knows my mum don't play like that. So my mum's already said to all of us, don't be bringing anybody up in my house. You can't be doing that. So she's got to be real special for him to even tell my mum that he's dating somebody.
Ooh,
so we have to have standards.
You're kicking off the story time for me.
Yeah, we have to have standards in ourselves and know what we will and will not expect, and also lay your intentions out. When people cross, when that doesn't mean men are entitled to skew that, or that, you know, that we have to go along with all of these different ideals. Men that are real men as well should be calling out their friends and telling them when they're wrong and telling them when they cross the line and not supporting that behavior. Yeah. Because, you know, birds of a feather flock together, and that doesn't mean that they're all the same, but you're going to presume to be the same if you're witnessing that behavior and you're supporting it, even if you're not doing it yourself. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's, especially now with the climate that we're in and the younger generations coming up, you know, we need to be teaching them about consent and the meaning of consent. And when a woman says no, it means no. If a girl's had sex with you before, it doesn't entitle you to take it from her whenever you please.
Exactly.
You can't be disrespecting women. We all came from women at the end of the day. So where is the respect for women? And I don't think it's necessarily a lot of things. There is a lot of race issues, and a lot of things get put into the category of a race issue when it pertains to a black woman being the victim. So Meghan Markle in this circumstance. But not everything is a race issue. Sometimes it's a gender issue. Sometimes it's about misogyny, and this men's treatment of women isn't about race. It's about men in general and their status within society as the stronger, better sex, and women being less than a man and them feeling entitled to us.
I think there's a lot of misogyny and a lot of misogynoir that is incorporated in that. And this is a bigger topic than I realize that I can fit into this small amount of time. So maybe we'll revisit this on the regular show. Because
Yeah.
this is deep. This is deep. And like I said, I can say maybe at least 95% of women have had this situation where they at least walk down the street and somebody has verbally assaulted them or assaulted them because of rejection. So yeah, I thank you so much, Carolina, for your
You're
input and calling
welcome.
me before you went to bed.
I'll watch for a bit longer and then go to my bed. Anyway, take care. I love you. You're
Thank
great.
you so much. Love you too.
Take care. All right. Bye.
And look, y'all got firsthand information. That's my people down from the UK. I love when, makes me feel special that I get love from all across the world. Now we're going to talk about these few points before we cut up out of here. Ms. Behaving is doing her research, and I'm going to reread the messages from my Instagram people as well in Windy City Underground. Your music, your station. Y'all not typing in or writing in no comments. Now I know this is a good show, and y'all gonna quit passing over me. Y'all gonna stop and watch and comment too. Piers Morgan is telling about his time with former Celebrity Apprentice castmate Omarosa Manigault Newman, claiming the reality star wanted to have a showmance with him and later called him. She claimed that she wanted to have sex with him. And terrorists to sex abusers and wicked comment. I've never seen anyone quite so relentless and loathsome as Omarosa, a vicious and duplicitous, lying, conniving, backstabbing piece of work. He wrote, that's a lot to say about a woman. And it just really shows how less of a man that he is, okay? Now, Misbehaving says there are many articles. I think he tried to get some and Omarosa shut him down. Now that I'm reading this, I do vaguely remember a couple of things about them going at it. I think this man is sad. There are many people who are sad, and I call them people. I try not to call males men. And I see y'all messages on the side of Instagram. It's coming up on the screen. When y'all hear that noise, those are messages coming through. Aquarian Soul says she loves when she calls in. Gives off Tiny D vibe. Exactly. Like I said, he doesn't give me the WVE. I mean, you do, because that's vagina. Girls have WVE. Men have BDE. He doesn't give me the BDE. He gives me the LDE. Okay, you got a little penis, sir. A lot of y'all do have that problem. And I want to say nowadays people have emotional problems, mental health problems, self-esteem problems, and y'all just cannot stand to get shut down by women. One day I watched a story. Well, that's what we're talking about. Marcella is Megan specifically. I was watching a news story where a woman went into the store. She got off work, went into the store. You go get a little something. I think she might have been getting something from her baby. It was something small. She went to the corner store. And of course, it was like 4 or 5 dudes standing out there, which is something I try not to even go to a store if it's nighttime and it's people standing out there, or a store that's known for having people standing out there, you know, I tell the owner, like, this is a turn off for me. I'm not coming to shop with you if I got to go through 5 people to get to the store. And you get there, and these men actually tried to talk to her, and they beat on her. They literally sent her to the hospital. They beat on her and harassed her because she gave them no. It goes over the top. Now I'm reading, he tried to identify as a Black woman in 2017 to try to prove a point to a trans. That man is mentally unstable. LDV. Ooh, child. And then I'm going to take this last caller because I got to get up out this seat for my next person. Well, I think, I might go all the way to 5 because I think he changed the show to 5:30. And that's my boo. The bishop. Not the bishop. I'm sorry. I love you, Bishop. Maybe you was on my mind. What is it? It's the Cypher Hour with Brooklyn, the professor. He will be on after me here on WindyCityLive.com. Thank you, Marcella. I love you so much. She's good to me. She was getting a little drink after work. Oh, yeah, and it was horrible. This is your first time calling me. Look, and I had that red hair. I'm trying to think of what color I'm going to change my hair to. Miss Leah, you look gorgeous.
I took my wig off. You put your wig on.
I'm going out now. I was like, I get a haircut tomorrow. Let me just do a little something. Give them a little
I wasn't
fashion.
gonna call because I didn't have my wig on, but I said, let me go ahead and support my girl. So I just called to support you and tell you I love you, and I see everything that you're doing, and I just love you guys so much. So I just wanted to call you and just say, hey. This is a wonderful topic, Princess. You are just doing the thing, girl.
Thank you so much.
I'm on my journey too, and I just love Marcella and all my teacups and all you guys. What are we gonna be for you? What are we on your channel? Who are we? Who are we? What are we called?
You're my royal citizens.
Oh, okay. You gonna treat us good?
Oh yeah, I don't. I'm not the queen. That's why I'm the princess. I'm not. Look, I got the shirts already mapped out. That's a part of them. When we come out with the shirts, yes, y'all will have royal citizens, and then a couple of y'all will be our VIP citizens. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he's giving off the teeny sausage vibes. Very, very little with that.
You know what they say about them people over there.
I was looking at the clips of those old the Sharon Osbourne the pieces of her and Cheryl Underwood and her defending Pierce, and she was saying he's a royalist and all these things. And when you start to research what a royalist is, I mean, as a Black person, that is more or less just putting them in their place and saying that it's just modern day slavery, and just saying that we are supposed to just go along with the program in today's society and not have a voice. And I am so thankful that she has brought 2021 to the United Kingdom.
You froze for a second. Say that last sentence again.
I said, I'm so glad that Megan brought 2021 to the United Kingdom. She brought the new world to the old world, is what she did. And she brought it to them. And that is what's happening. And so right now is a revolution. And that's what's starting all over the world. And what's in the dark is coming. The light is being shined on all these things. And it's not just a conversation where 1 or 2 people are talking about it. Everybody's talking about it, and it's a domino effect. It's not a thing where it's just one thing here and you might have like a fire over here and something's happening. Have you noticed that it's happening all over, and it's not going to stop? And I am really, really concerned about her child and how just it's just a very devastating time right now, where there's so much disdain for people of color, or people of that are minorities, that are women, that are trying to be progressive and positive and move forward together. And people like him that have always had the upper hand, and that we had to move a certain way to get along. And now everyone is like, okay, I know that wasn't right, and I had to, do this to get along with them and to be a part of. And now things have changed to the point where people are saying, I know that wasn't right. And there's like, yeah, I know that wasn't right. And the crowd is this tide is turning. And I'm so happy to see that, where people are speaking up. And it's a revolution of sorts all over the world. And because of social media, there are bad things, bad aspects of it. But the good is because it's connecting everyone, and the conversation has started. And you can't say what you didn't say, because we got the clip. Roll the tape. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You did it. Just admit it.
Yeah, roll the tape. And in this case, he implicated himself. We wouldn't have known any of that had he not opened his mouth. So the feeling and the emotion that was there from her meeting someone else on his dime, no less, because he bought the cab and sent her over there, and she meets somebody else, and then she doesn't talk to him anymore. And to have the audacity to become a royal who, with his family being military, and the royal status being all white, and of course, someone like me would be a blemish on their what would you call it? Their it's not hierarchy. I don't know what the word is. I can't think of it right now. But their to have their whole,
They don't want to be tarnished. Their legacy.
Their legacy and their bloodline now have a Black person in it. They can't erase that. So I don't care how they feel about it. It's there. And it's there now. And there's nothing they can do about it. Even if they don't live anymore, it happened and they're there. They can't take that moment in time away. So it's a conversation that has to be had, and it's something that even if they ignore it, it doesn't go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so now the door, they put a little crack in the door, and the door is going to slowly open. You can't close it now. It's open. It's a hole in it.
I mean, she even with the Queen not acknowledging it, which, I don't see them acknowledging it. It's going to have to really be something. I don't know if it'll ever be acknowledged. But I understand the struggle.
Put a statement out, but they're going to have to put out something public. They should, but at the same time,
that statement was so
handle it behind closed doors. Let's see what we can do, and then we'll come back out and say.
That statement that they put out was like me putting out a statement saying that was like Kirk Franklin. Come on now, it was the same thing. I said what I said, and I did what I did, and I'm not going to do nothing.
Probably put out by the firm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
put out by the firm. Harry said it wasn't the Queen, and he has spoken with her more in the last year than he's ever in his whole life.
Who's gonna tell on the Queen?
He said it was the senior family.
Who gonna tell on her?
So it was either William or Charles. I mean, I side-eye Charles. I do.
The Queen
she said, "Here she go, revealed to be Charles," and that horse face after he left. I think his daddy ain't no good. I can say that. I'm in America, You're not coming all the way to the hood to off me,
She's probably got maybe a few allies, and some of her allies might be servants. You know what I mean? Somebody that doesn't really have a voice. There are people that empathize with her, but they're not anybody that can actually do anything about it. And that's the sad part. Somebody that can actually do something about it is going to have to step up and literally make the choice. If that never happens, then her child is going to suffer.
It's gonna be a change. But I gotta shut this call down. We're about to go off the air. I thank you
I was so glad to talk to you face to face.
in. Thank you. You know, hey, I'm gonna be around for a long time,
Throw
guys.
that wig.
Will.
Throw that wig.
Hey, you know. Hey, you know.
And I can say it from here. Hi, Miss Marcella. Hi, Miss Mabel. How are you guys? I just love y'all so much.
Yeah, those are old standbys. Those are the originals. Y'all are gonna be in my heart forever. Okay.
I love you. I'll see you guys this evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And then Queen Cascade has one more comment. Our other UK affiliate, Royalist, the Stockholm Syndrome is real in these UK streets. So, yeah. And Carolina's tickled me because she's jumping back and forth between Instagram and YouTube. Class and status plays into the royal family. And we'll probably do another show on this to really get into also, like the statements he said, that the media runs the castle. It's some dirty deeds that's been done in there a long time. You talk about hundreds of years of dirty deeds, because the queen is like 150 herself, you know, or maybe 125. And I'll be sitting here looking like, God, lady, how long you gonna be running the show? Carolina says Meghan had class, status, aristocracy, and race against her. And Queen Cascade says, I do side-eye Charles, but Charles does more for the young minorities here and his charities. I give him credit on that. Mm-hmm. See, we speaking on the outside looking in. Yeah, we need to. Okay, Miss Behavior, we can talk more about this salty D. Okay, I love it. But I do want to thank y'all for calling in. I want to thank y'all for watching, listening. If you're doing a replay, if you're listening to this in the TuneIn app or watching on WindyCityUnderground.com, anywhere that you're viewing me, I just want to thank y'all for watching and kicking it with me. I'm going to do my little 2 cents. If you're on YouTube, please like the video right now. Please like the video and definitely subscribe. I need some subscribers up here. I'm creeping. You know what I'm saying? I'm creeping in there. I need to get to 500 by the end of the month because we're on our way to 1,000. And I know I'm going to get there, but let's keep the pace up, okay? Also, I'm having a sale on my website. You know, I got 2-3 stores and 2-3 businesses. Thank you, Queen Cascade. I'm a graphic designer. I'm going to start giving y'all the information on that soon. I do have a page, AV Marketing and Media. I had to revamp my stuff, so that's why I didn't put a lot out. Oops, I deleted my stuff. It's okay. House of the Princess, I'll just write it there. Houseoftheprincess.com. I'm going to update my blogs. Everything that I post and I put on the internet will be there. And also, the Sister Girl is kind of intelligent. I do know how to write, and I put some things there from time to time. If you want to check out my website, my blog, and you can find out how to book me, how to meet me. I'm going to put a whole bunch of new stuff up there. And all my, you can find all my social media handles, and all my merchandise will be up there and everything. And under the scroll is my company, royaltybbeautybrands.com. On Instagram, you can find me, Royalty Beauty Brands, as well. Everybody follow the Instagram page, Royalty Beauty Brands, and AV Social Media. Well, I'll put that one later. But Royalty Beauty Brands is what we're doing this week. I'm having a sale. Y'all got that stimmy shimmy. I'm having a sale, 15% off all hair bundles and 10% off of everything in the building. I'm also, I guess I'm shipping internationally now. Look at that. And also, if you don't have the whole money, or you didn't get your stimmy shimmy, or maybe you just don't want to spend it all at one time, I do have Sezzle. So you can get on a payment plan and pay it on down. Camilla is very problematic. We will talk about that next time. See, y'all gonna have me do my little research and whatnot on here. Oh, I love crowns. Yes, 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 yes. Creep, creep, creep. And my little voice, creep, creep, creep. And yes, I did. I don't know. I guess I don't say it enough. Yes, all of you that support me, you are my royal citizens. I've had that for a while. You're my royal citizens because y'all are in the house. You are in my castle. You are in my heart, and you are in my life forever. Like Cardi B say, forever. I can't get rid of you, and you cannot get rid of me. But I do thank you guys for coming into the house today. You have been in the house of the princess. It's now for me to turn out the lights. Thank you to WindyCityUnderground.com, your music, your station, for having me, for making me a part of the family and keeping me on the air here. I love everyone. It's time to turn out the house lights, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.